you go to Antigua as a tourist, this is what you will see. As your plane descends to land, you might say, what a beautiful island Antigua is. More beautiful than any of the other islands you have seen. You long to refresh yourself. You long to eat some nice lobster, some nice local food. You see yourself lying on the beach, enjoying the amazing sun. You see yourself taking a walk on that beach. You see yourself. You see yourself.
But if you come to Antigua for a little longer and live among us for a while, you might also start to see some of the contrasts to the picture postcard image of this Caribbean gem. While the island's economy continues to benefit from the influx of tourism, another story emerges of vulnerability, wide divides in living conditions between those who have and those who don't, high levels of youth unemployment, increasing violence, and ever-rising food insecurity. Antigua's economy was severely hit by the global economic crisis and suffered a steep decline in tourism. Its public debt now stands at 130% of GDP, making it the fifth most heavily indebted country in the world. 28.3% of the population was estimated to be at risk. 21% of youth live in households below the poverty line. 52.3% have not passed any school examination. 22% have only primary education. And 22.7% live in very poor quality housing where, for example, the toilet is a pit latrine or worse. It is in this context that the Gilbert Agricultural and Rural Development Center has existed for over 20 years. Roberta Williams is the GARD Center's executive director.
The GARD Center started in late 1989 as a result of a very alarming situation in the farming community. It was a result of the aging population. The average farmer was about 55 years and older. And we realized that young people did not see farming as a worthy occupation. They saw it as drudgery, high risk, and it also had the whole slavery image attached to it. The Methodist Church saw that there was a need for a holistic approach and decided that they would set up some pilot projects. The Methodists put up the lands and the building, and the Canadians put up funds to assist that would encourage young people and show them that farming was a business. And like any other business, it needed the proper knowledge and skills, the proper investment, and the whole knowledge of what is profitable and what isn't.
In the last 20 years, as presidents and secretaries of the MCCA, we have had the opportunity of sharing in the graduation ceremonies of more than 4,000 persons, women and youth, and many of them have gone on to be business owners, small business owners. Others have gone on to get jobs, and others into agriculture.
In our programs, we saw the great need of not only showing or teaching the technical aspects, we saw the need for life skills, the skills that would help our trainees to meet the many challenges that they face every day, and some very serious challenges. And we found that by adding these types of courses, that our young people made some significant changes in their lives.
Most people get the opportunity to acquire skill sets while they are in a formal education setting, whether it be primary school, secondary school, or college or university. That is not the case for everyone. I came to know more about the work of GARD after I became a minister of government, and I became acutely aware that this non-governmental organization was filling a very important void in catering to a number of individuals, at-risk youth, single parents, single mothers, etc., and filling the void in the sense that whatever skill sets they did not acquire in their formative years, in years in school, they were able to share and impart to them these life-changing skills.
The youth undergo full-time vocational courses followed by internship. They are also provided with job placement services. 52% of the graduates have gained employment after completion of their training. Kevin Frederick graduated from our graphic design course in 2012.
I always had a passion for graphic design. So I heard about the GARD Center by a cousin of mine, and she said that they're teaching graphic design and different training courses. So I decided to take a swing at that, and it was a very good experience. I never regret doing it. At GARD, I learned the basic and the fundamentals of graphic design. From there, I was able to gain the interest in video and video production, video editing, motion graphics, that sort of thing. And right now, after doing the internship with GARD, I am now working with the Ministry of Telecommunication, Science and Technology in the New Media Unit, and it's been very good. Before I came to GARD, I was mostly dependent on my mother, single parent. So I would, if I needed transportation to somewhere, I would ask her for bus money or something like that. Well, at this point now, I'm mostly independent at this point. I wouldn't have to ask my mother for cash to purchase a snack, lunch, food, transportation, you name it. I must say thank you to God for helping me to reach this far, and it's been very beneficial to me.
Deuce Nanton is currently enrolled in the basic cookery course.
I always loved cooking. I always loved feeding people. And I thought I always had a dream of having my own restaurant. I was still, searching for a job, doing like little odd jobs every now and then. And then I went to the bank one day and I saw like the flyer that says culinary. Made up my mind that I was going to actually go through this and do it. When I got my letter saying that I got accepted, I was very much excited. But then when they told me that I got the highest marks out of everybody, I was like, yeah! And I was proud of myself to know that I passed that high. And I said, you know what? I'm going to keep it up. It's crunch time right now. People are not just hiring. You have to have some form of background, some form of education. And it's not only good for, the job that you're applying to, it's good for yourself as well. I think if I didn't apply to this program through GARD, I would still be out there looking for a job. This opportunity that GARD has given us, it's empowering because now we hold it in our own hands that we can go out there and say, hey, I can do this, I can do that, I have a certificate, I'm more marketable now. Sometimes you don't get a second chance. Luckily for me, I got a second chance and I'm not letting it go.
In addition to vocational training, the center has been providing business advisory and mentoring services to help people start their own business. Jay Peters, a farmer, completed the agricultural enterprise course and benefited from the business development service.
You come to Gilbert's, if you didn't have opportunities before, you can find them here. I was taught to use chainsaw, weed whacker, driver mower, tractor. I learned all of it here. Every last bit of it. I didn't have any formal knowledge of these things. Learning about hard water and soft water, the difference between that. The difference between the different chemicals and stuff that you have to use, herbicide, insecticide and fertilizer and stuff like that. I took evening classes and stuff like that, the different courses that they have. Yes, that's why I gained knowledge, business-wise, agricultural-wise. Watermelons, I started with watermelons. I got some watermelon seeds. I got the area banked up and everything and put them in. From there, in itself, I mean, well, how the watermelon took off, I said, I'm a farmer. That's when I said I'm a farmer. And that's close to, well, going almost on a year now. From there, once I see what the market being introduced to the people out there and stuff like that, seeing what most of it was about, my interest grew. And I started a business in it. Then I say, yes, I'm going into this thing majorly. I mean, it's hard work. It's real hard, but it's fun. Well, I'm actually at 4 acres now. From a half acre, I'm at 4 acres now. It's tedious, long hours, all day, sometimes night too, you know, but you still feel that joy in putting life in and actually seeing it come, bring that fruit. You say, yes, I've done something. You can be proud of yourself.
Cheryl Samuels, owner of the Badger's Shop, completed many courses run by GARD Center, including glass bead jewelry and soap making. She also benefited from the business development service.
They not only teach you the hands-on work, they give you the educational background in the sense of how to manage your business, PowerPoint presentations, computer. That's why I will always say that GARD is my alma mater. I operate the shop here at the Craft Market from 2001. So I must say I have hopes to expand, if not in here, in another location, bigger and wider. But the soaps don't stop beyond these 4 walls, because I have a couple of boutiques who order for their shops. And another line I'm into is wedding favors. And in 2000, a young lady was getting married. She asked me, she's getting married and she wants some soap for her wedding favors. After realizing the magnitude, I did 300 pieces. I ordered the packaging and stuff like that, fixed them up real nice. And I felt so comfortable. I say, no, I could make a living from this, you know. That is when I got into it to say, well, started as a business. It has been good. I've done favorably well with the cruise ship, but tremendously with the stay over guests of the different hotels. So hence where I am today. You know, I do about 21 different varieties of soap. Doing the groundwork and everything, I did it. So it had its challenges, but it teaches you how to manage your time, your business. But I plan to, in the future, go into the soaps much bigger, because I would really love to see in here full up with soap.
There are hundreds more like this whom the center is trying to reach and help transform their livelihoods and lives. Our new facility, recently donated in the center of town, offers the potential for the center to open its doors to a wider range and number of beneficiaries.
Center of town, nobody has to worry about catching a bus to come all the way up to the GARD Center.
We can have a reception area right here. Oh, this is perfect. Perfect.
Some holes that need to be patched and everything. But
Oh, okay. And this is another room here.
yeah,
Let's see, where's the lights?
there we go.
Okay.
Need some more light though.
GARD provides many services over the years, and I think the most exciting and the most recent will be the Business Development Unit. The Business Development Unit is especially critical at this point in the development of GARD and even to the overall development of Antigua and Barbuda, especially when you're looking at youth and women and the whole issue of empowering that particular sector of the society. The Business Development Unit will help those who are interested in entrepreneurship, help them with things like the business plan, specialized help in relation to agricultural development. It will also look at packaging, how to deal with market, offering specific advice to those who just are interested or would like to know, how do I get started in my own business. And the fact that the Business Development Unit will be located in town allows GARD to reach a much broader audience.
There are huge opportunities matched by an even greater need for helping vulnerable youths in Antigua right now. We have had to turn away 44% of applicants due to the lack of funds and lack of space. Many don't meet the criteria of the big funders due to their immigration status, for example. We are encountering new problems which we haven't dealt with before. Homelessness, suicidal tendencies, and actual suicide attempts, to name but a few. Our need for professional counseling has skyrocketed, bringing with it significant costs. And as you've seen, our fledgling business development unit is just beginning to take shape, but urgently needs renovation, supplies, and furniture. Your assistance in continuing and expanding the center's work is desperately needed. $100,000 can pay for 2 new classrooms. $40,000 can pay for a yacht maintenance course for 20 students. $20,000 can pay the yearly wage for a professional full-time counselor. $5,000 can furnish our new business development unit. $300 can pay for a month's childcare for one of our single mother applicants so she can participate in vocational training. $100 can purchase monthly lunches for one of our trainees who lives on less than $700 a month.
There is the need to show to the youth that there is an alternate way.
At the end of the day, when they do get jobs, you feel like you've done something really worthwhile.
The most gratifying thing is to be able to help people. And I think that's what just keeps me going.
I was raised to believe that there's always enough to share, and GARD allows me that opportunity to share whatever it is I have.
GARD really is positive, and where there is positivity, great things happen.
So I wholeheartedly encourage you to continue to support the work of GARD.
I've spent lots of summers in Antigua, and I've seen what you've just seen. The GARD Center is giving people a second chance. My name is Joel Anthony, and I'm trying to do my part. Will you join us?